Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. Santos have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
Pelé. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Mateus. Shevchenko. Beckenbauer attempts a clearance.
Well, Peter, there's a player on this pitch who's hard not to like. The smiling assassin, Ronaldinho. He always looks like he's having a good time, and it's mostly true because of his superb skill and imagination.
Yeah, just brilliant, isn't he? A different level.
Infectious.
Pelé. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Roberto Carlos.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Raul. And this is Bale. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And the keeper's got it again.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Can he get on the end of this? Shevchenko. And no, that was never going to make it. And it's Ronaldinho. Figo, who can single-handedly make a difference. Now it's Pelé. Caught offside that time. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, super find. And here's Royce. Knocks it into space. Decent chance! What a wonderful goal!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Oh, he's been caught napping. Tries from a long way out. And the referee has signalled for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Nepal go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Substitution.
So right back into the action.
Nepal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Van Bouten can clear it away. Ronaldinho. Nepal come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Roberto Carlos is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That's a sharp pass. Santos can breathe again. Just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Beckenbauer. And that has put paid to that. So we've reached the hour mark. Ambitious ball here. Beckenbauer clears.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's picked his way through. He's having a pop! Cristiano Ronaldo! The glamour and the glory! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And there's the goal they've been looking for. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Santos are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Played into space. Well timed, excellent interception. Nepal still have the cards to affect this game. And he's gone looking for safety. Pele. He's being urged to shoot. Shoot! And that's a real chance missed.
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to be putting those chances away.
Mikel Oyarzabal. Distributed tidily. Diouf. That's put paid to the danger. It'll be a throw-in. And he shoots! Another one of football's and how moments. And we have our very first corner. Keeper's dealt with that. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that's fabulous. That is lovely. Marquinhos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Roberto Carlos just eases him off the ball. Shevchenko. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's really well cleared. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Mikel Oyarzabal. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Nepal were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning.
Put it on the table, don't you ask me twice. But at the table, it's cruel every question. And I surround myself with good these days. Cause the trouble will take you far astray. Far astray. me up, yeah. Or just kicking a can down the road, telling me yes when it really ain't it. And I don't wanna stay in this place, no. Bringing me down, not picking me up, yeah. Giving it, or just kicking a can down the road, telling me yes when it really ain't it. And I don't wanna stay in this place, no. So what we do on the table, I won't ask you twice, because I'm grown and I've been here before. It's been too long and life's too short to sit around just feeling so. On the table, I won't ask you twice, because the light bulb is energy saving, and it takes its time illuminating. When I will see all of the mess you're making, the mess you're making, bringing me down, not picking me up, yeah. Or just kicking a can down the road, telling me yes when it really ain't it. And I don't wanna stay in this place, no. Bringing me down, not picking me up, yeah. Or just kicking a can down the road, telling me yes when it really ain't it. And I don't wanna stay in this place, no. In this place, no way. In this place, no, no. In this place, no way. In this place, no, no. In this place, no way. In this place, no, no. In this place, no way.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Out towards the flank. Just eases him off the ball. Koundé did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Oh, that's fabulous. It's Neymar! Tried the volley, but no.
Neymar really needed everything to come together then at the precise moment. Not easy.
Pelé. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And here's Shevchenko.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That is good alertness. Nepal, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. He's found a way through. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's had it nicked away. Shevchenko was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now the ball's gone astray. It's a threatening ball. Totti unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Neymar picks it up out wide. Neymar!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
No, it's come to nothing. Now it's Oyarzabal. Scholes, renowned for his long-range shooting. Ronaldinho.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Chooses to go cross-field. And here's Scholes. Takes the shot! Straight at the keeper.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
Can he get it through? It's a promising position. And the referee has signalled for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How would you review the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. Away we go again.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Nicely weighted ball. Good read, needed to be. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Ronaldinho cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Well read, nice interception.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, he's all alone. Chance for a shot! And there's a goal. How they've waited. Now they have it. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Substitution on the field, number 17, Oyarzabal.
So we have movement on both benches. So we have the first goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Threads one in. Kvaratskhelia receives it in a wide position.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And this is Totti. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Raul. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Brazil really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Ronaldinho. No way he was going to be out-muscled. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Oh, we expected better, and so did he.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Pelé taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick.
Goes for a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Batistuta stood his ground strongly. Now it's Shevchenko. And this is Pele. And this is Totti. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And he's there to get it away. Well, that has not gone well. And this is Shevchenko. Marquinhos did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Belletti. Rijkaard. And he's picked out the run. Shot could be on. And Batistuta! Well, he's had a decent crack at it.
Well, that was the one I actually thought he was going to produce. It's a good effort keeping it down like that.
Out towards the flank. And he's intervened well there. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, that's well spotted. Played out to the left flank. Belletti. Now that looks a decent ball. And the through ball. Well read, and the danger is averted. Pele. Oh, what has happened here? Nicely spread. He's found space here. And that has been cut short. Belletti. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Figo is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Akanji. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, played right into his path. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Pass somewhat off target. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Nepal up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Nepal with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Figo. Number 22, Francesco Totti. Coming on the field, number 20.
Away we go again.
Number 42.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
And he's in on goal. Nepal come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Pass is just off target. Howson getting this one clear. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And he welcomes it in. And the shot! And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Nepal are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that was vital. Decent chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are disappearing out of sight. That was a given. It always was.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
Number 13, Andrei Shevchenko. Andrei Shevchenko.
A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Belletti threads one in. Well read, nice interception. Wriggles his way through. Nepal perhaps contemplating their next change here. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! He's kept it out just.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Raya claims comfortably. Nepal have the chance to go the other way. Howson calmly anticipates. Into the last quarter of an hour. And they win it back again. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Zico. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. No foul, says the referee. And that could set him on his way. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Tries a shot! It's a goal! This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. He hit that like he meant it, absolutely speared it in.
Oh, that's a brilliant finish, Peter. Such a satisfying one from his perspective, knowing he hit it so beautifully.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Oh, in he goes again! Now it's Shevchenko. Plays a sharp little ball here. And no, that was never going to make it. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Belletti. And that will be it. Nepal can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Pele claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Can't delay, no, we have no time to waste. Better use up your days, or better come stack your stack your paper. If they screw face, so no, handle with grace, so yeah. don't sweat. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No time for no bad energy. You don't want no smoke, you don't want none of that. No, no, you won't be my friend of me. I won't show no love, you won't get none of that. No, no time for it. No time for it. No time for it. I don't want no bad energy. No. And highly favored. Could tell I'm a paper chaser. I like girls that get money. I like checks sweet like honey. Oh no, 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 no. Watch me shake all the ways. And you know when they see this, they shake body. And I move so slow, see the shock on their face. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No time for no bad energy. You don't want no smoke, you don't want none of that. No, no, you won't be my friend of me. I won't show no love, you won't get none of that. No, no time for it. No, no, no time for it. No, no, no time for it. I don't want no bad.
All I want to do is to fly